Hello, I'm Dr. Tuepenz.
And I'm Gaplord.
Collectively, we are
The Juice Crew Villains. All right, and that's a wrap.
I wanted to pop my tongue so badly. It's like a bad habit.
Yeah. Remind me of that,
I'm still hungover. Sometimes I wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Make my sandwich with the wrong side of the bread. Thought I made it by a landslide, but instead I'm still hungover. Sometimes I make the wrong phone call after dark. Sometimes I make the wrong turn, then I have to park. I know exactly how this ends, but I have to start. I still come over. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life, and I'm not living it right, but I don't give a damn. Sometimes I wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Make my sandwich with the wrong side of the bread. Thought I made it by a landslide, but instead I'm still hungover. Sometimes I make the wrong phone call after dark. Sometimes I make the wrong turn, then I...
Hello, everyone. Today we have a very, very important topic we wanted to discuss. And that's, have you ever been intimidated by a woman? And let me rephrase that because this is in reference to men. As a man, have you ever been intimidated by a woman? And I ask that question because many times you hear women say, I intimidate men based off of their success, education. They may feel they intimidate men. So first, I would like to define intimidate so we're clear on what intimidate means.
Bro, bust it down.
So intimidate means frighten or overawe someone, especially in order to make them do what one wants. So, and overawe means to impress someone as much as they become silent or inhibited. To impress so much that they become silent or inhibited. Is overall.
Inhibited?
Yes.
What do inhibited mean?
Okay, let's do inhibited too.
Because we got that's a key word. Y'all, I'm real big on these words, man. Y'all better know what y'all saying when you saying you doing something. So if you intimidate somebody, you inhibit them. And I know it has something along the lines with restrict movement.
Yeah, so inhibit is to hinder, restrain, or prevent.
What? I get it.
So,
I get it.
So we're going to
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so now that we're clear, we kind of know what these words mean, and so that we're not out here misusing them and that we're direct. So what do you think about that?
Well, me personally, no, I haven't been intimidated by a woman in any way, shape, or form, but I definitely understand the concept, and I definitely know that there are men who are intimidated by a woman's success. In my notes, I talk about, if you ask me personally, I would say there's nothing intimidated about a successful woman or a pretty woman or anything like that. A woman that one will be intimidated by. It's no reason to be intimidated by anyone for that matter. Another point I wanted to make was women who try, because I think people need to realize it's women out here who purposely try to be intimidating, and most of those women are angry. You know what I'm saying? Just angry. Right. You're trying to be intimidating. And my final point is, some women, and I want to make sure I'm emphasizing on the some, because it's not all, but definitely some women use success to cope with stress. And if it rhymes, it's true.
Okay, so the men who are intimidated by it's a small percentage, I think, but what type of men do you think are intimidated by women? What type of men or traits do those men probably
Man, I've seen it on all levels. That's why men use money to try to boast themselves up, to give them the confidence to go talk to a woman. So it could be from the richest man to the poorest man. I think the key trait is just a simp mentality. Probably a man who wasn't raised, with his father or any type of male role model. That type of guy, somebody probably suffering from, maybe has a little BBS, little baby boy syndrome.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because we know these kind of people.
Yeah.
We know them.
I've never personally been frightened or overawed of any woman, so I've never been intimidated by any woman. It's just I've just never been. I've never experienced that. So, but I have met men who fall in that small percentage.
No, I have in high school. In high school, I was kind of like, and that's when I was first learning how to approach women. So I wasn't very comfortable because I didn't know what to say when approaching a woman that I had never seen in my life.
So do you think that was the cause of them being intimidating, or do you think that was something that you was dealing with personally?
It was more personal. Yeah. It wasn't so much them being like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful, I'm so scared to talk. It wasn't that. It was like, what would I say if I walked up to her? And that's what it could be for some of y'all. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all may think that she's intimidating, but do you see all women of that stature as intimidating, or is it just a few in particular that are intimidating to you?
Or so I asked a question to myself, or is it that the women may be just posing or thinking that they are intimidating and using that as the reason that things might not turn out in their favor in relationships or in, personal relationships or business relationships, because men are intimidated of them. And it could be like they're not intimidated of you, they might just not like the person you are.
You're right. You're exactly right. That's what, when you hear some women say that, it is a blanketed excuse to cover up the fact that you're angry. Yeah. Because you're working 48 out of 52 weeks a year, 40 plus hours a week. You tired. You out here competing with these men that, and they just steadily running games. The corporate game is hard in the corporate world. Mm-hmm. The corporate world ain't for the weak-hearted. And, after a while, everybody gets tired of it. But only the strongest of the people mentally are going to stay. And I've seen some women, I know some women that worked at Walmart for 20 years. And let me tell you something. It's tough working at Walmart for 20 days. 20 days we talking. I know women that have worked there for over 20 years. I met one that retired, Black woman, and living her best life, making almost 6 figures out of retirement. So, not saying women can't do it, but I understand that, it's a lot to do it. And you get tired. Women, ladies, you get tired. Ain't you tired, ladies? Ain't some of y'all tired of having to get up and go to work every day, living by yourself, having to do everything for yourself, gotta cut your own grass, take out your own trash?
I do hate to see women cutting their own grass and taking out the trash. Now, if they just want to do that, then it's good.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you? But if you tired of it, oh, man, don't take it out on everybody else. Yeah. I understand. We all get a little tired, but it's no excuse for you to try to act like you're intimidating. I'm so intimidating on men. They so scared of me because every time they come around me, my head starts spinning and I start foaming out the mouth and I start talking about this one and that one.
Yeah, I mean, we got men out there who pacify towards women that have great careers or like higher status and socially. But I've literally never met a woman that was, that I was just like, what? And no person really. It's like, yeah, it's just like, I just know, like, so let me, if I want to be broad, no person, but since we're speaking specifically about women, that's why I say women. But I just never met in my life, but I only hear women saying that too. I don't hear men saying, I'm just intimidated. She's intimidated by me.
Because women aren't really, I guess, intimidated by men in that regard.
I mean,
but some women could see him. I think it's a person. Some people really are, but I think they have more interpersonal issues than outerpersonal issues. I think if you're intimidated by anyone, that's more of an interpersonal problem. I think we just discovered that through our conversation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought I was intimidated by women, but it wasn't that I was intimidated. It was just I didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That person can perceive it as you're intimidated by me to feed their own ego.
So wait a minute. Is intimidation real?
Yes, it's a real thing because there are people genuinely out there who are intimidated by people.
Like children?
So we can use basketball. No, even on the court, people are so I've played basketball for a long time.
That's an interpersonal issue though.
I met people who are intimidated. It could be your force. It's like, man, this is about to be
interpersonal.
Yeah.
It's all mine thing. But it's all mine. If you
talking
about basketball,
intimidated. That's the word for it.
But it's an interpersonal issue.
Yeah,
intimidation, it's not more so somebody's intimidating you as you're just being intimidated. Is that how they use the word? So how can somebody be intimidating? How can you be? So basically what I'm asking is this: is it the people that say that they are intimidating? Are they intimidators? Is that a word? Is intimidators? Can you be an intimidator? Because you have to be a person who is initiating intimidation.
Okay, yeah, you can. So let's say Mike Tyson is someone who intimidates people because you visually see him knock people out, and then you see his stature and his demeanor and how fierce he is, and he has a presence of intimidation.
That's what people always go, Mike Tyson.
Because it's true. You can't argue that one. I ain't gonna use a soft. I'm gonna go straight to the hard blow.
Man, but at the end of the day, you don't have to look at it like that.
What you think he's doing it for?
I know what he's doing it for.
To intimidate.
He's an intimidator. Is that a word?
I'm not gonna look it up right now, but I'm pretty positive it is a word. It is such a thing.
Well,
yeah, it is a word. I'm not guessing.
Well, unless you Mike Tyson, you ain't intimidating nobody.
No, just in general though. It is a thing, but not to not get too off into the
I want to get to it because I don't think it's a thing.
But I never met. I've just never encountered a woman that's intimidating to me. So it's quite rare, and never heard of. I think it's a way that some women may have to deal with why things aren't going in their favor in personal relationships or possibly business relationships.
Yeah, that's just what it is. You're not really intimidating anyone. You're just walking around trying to act like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, and no one wants to be around someone that's
acting like Mike Tyson.
Yeah. The Mike Tyson in the ring.
Yeah. Not the civilized Mike. The Mike before he was biting people's ears off. Yeah. Dude, he was the Mike Tyson in the ring with them red boxing gloves. Coming out full power. Anyway.
Yeah. So you feel me? Y'all let us know what you think.
Yeah, for
Have
real.
you ever been intimidated by a woman?
Have you?
And if so, let us know how you felt about it.
Yeah, for real. I'm interested to hear. And if you still got that problem, come see me. I'm offering counseling, $25 an hour. First session is free, so you can know how it's going to be.
You feel me? So y'all can do all those amazing things like hitting the notification bell and subscribing. And follow, and all those other good things. My nigga to stop doing the intros.
I forgot what I told you. I feel like I haven't did it in so long. It's all good.
Yeah, you feel me?
All right, that was a good one. Didn't go too long. You know what I'm saying? That'd be something funny to talk about MySpace.
But I remember there was no phones. Like I had to go
to a library.
Somebody knock on people's doors. Can I use your phone? I gotta call home. They're like, but it wasn't crazy then. If you do that shit now, they're gonna be like, what?
Everybody got a phone. And Walmart got them for $19. Ain't no excuse not to have a cell phone.
Yeah, it's like, but back in the day, it wasn't no.
That shit was normal.
Yeah, pay phones.
Hey, I used to use that motherfucker. I used to dial 1-800-COLLECT. So now I had to use the money because I ain't had no money to call. So I called. I'd be like, yeah, this Drew, mama, come pick me up. And then she know, because I never could talk to her. You accept it. That shit, as soon as you click yes, that motherfucking clock start. They start charging your ass. So yeah, we used to fuck. That's probably why they had to say let this shit go. Then they have a British song, 1-800-CLL-ACT. 1-800-CLL-ACT. Like yeah, bet nigga. Calling it collect around the corner.
Sandwich with the wrong side of the bread. Thought I made it by a landslide, but instead I'm still hungover. Sometimes I make the wrong phone call after dark. Sometimes I make the wrong turn, then I have to pause. I know exactly how this ends.